Tamanna, what are you hearing now at Davos? What is the mood like, given the fact that over the past year, US President Donald Trump has essentially taken a sledgehammer to world politics and diplomacy? What's the mood like?
You know, no matter where in the world you go, there is one headline coming from one individual. And yes, in snowy Davos, we're all talking about Trump here. On Wednesday afternoon, local time, the US president is expected to be here in person, his third visit to Davos as president, and will be addressing over 3,000 people. Mix of people from across the world who have gathered here, including delegates from trade, industry, and across the board. We know there's a few Indian businessmen who will also be in attendance. So that's all of the excitement. But really, with Trump, and for anyone who's been tracking what he's doing for the last few years, the question is, what will he say next? And when will the next bomb be dropped, so to speak? In this case, it's a tariff bomb. You rightly talked about a 10% tariff that has been announced from the 1st of February on NATO allies, other European nations. And we've seen responses coming in from the French, from various countries, saying that we will stand against these tariff attacks. So this 10% tariff is on any NATO nation who opposes Trump's purchase of Greenland. This will increase to 25% from the 1st of June if that opposition continues. And that's really going to be the buzz all around. You can already hear since this morning the sound of choppers flying into Davos. It's very quiet here, so you can hear that fairly loudly. And you know that the US president is coming with a huge delegation, so that's probably what you're hearing, all of them descending into Davos. We're also hearing that even though Trump's address is on Wednesday, part of his delegation will be here Monday onwards, and there will be one-on-one meetings also getting fixed up. So this is perhaps the perfect case where business is meeting geopolitics in this tiny ski town, which is something that has been seen through the Trump administration, isn't it? Where companies and large conglomerates is very much part of his politics.
Right, Tamanna. But we also know that apart from US President Trump, we're also going to see the leaders of these European nations like French President Macron also at Davos. So can we expect some meetings on the sidelines between these leaders who is now imposed tariffs on because of his bid to take over Greenland?
You know, we live in a world where leaders are speaking at each other through social media rather than with each other. But we know there's back-channel talks always on. There is very likely to be some sort of meetings on the sideline. Whether a Macron-Trump meeting is penciled in is not yet known officially. But yes, Macron was one of the few people who came out very clearly and saying that we will stand up against any kind of bullying. He also equated the rights of Greenland with Ukraine, which was interesting in the way he framed his response to Trump and the imposition of these tariffs. So suffice to say, the spirit of dialogue is the theme of Davos this year. It could turn out to be very ironical or could turn out to be true if there truly is dialogue between a world that seems to be at war with itself.
Tamanna, apart from the focus on US President Trump is, of course, the big focus of this summit, what else can we really expect? What are some key issues that are likely to be discussed in this meeting?
So the thing with Davos is, and these 3 or 4 days of the World Economic Forum, it's sort of how do I put it? Like a very fancy mela. So everyone has their houses, they have the promenade lined up, and we're going to be sending you some of this report so viewers can actually visualize what's happening here. Every large company, nations have their houses across the promenade where investors will pop in. It's a way to showcase that you have arrived and I'm here at this very important place. So Davos is not necessarily known for great outcomes like a G8 or a G20, but it's more about being seen, networking, and being present. This time, though, with Trump's arrival, the stakes are definitely higher. What you can expect from the entire NDTV team, and we have a fabulous team of editors right here in Davos, is great conversations, insights into India and its place in the world, and of course, globally, all the trends that are taking place. So viewers have an exciting 4 days of coverage lined up for them.
Tamanna Inamdar, Managing Editor of NDTV Profit, thank you so much for joining us and bringing us the latest from snowy Davos.